Hello, hello, people of the internet. It is I, Soul Dragon here, back with more Fate Grand Order, where today, at long last, the Interludes have returned because there is no event going on. Right now, anyways. There's probably going to be an event next week, but hey, we got at least one clean week here, at long last. But, we'll get to the Interludes in a moment. For now, if you are watching this on YouTube, please be sure to like this video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you want to catch me. If you want to catch more vids by me, and it would help me a lot. And if you want to catch me live, the description down below has links to the Twitch and Discord, where you can follow or join to get those live notifications. But for now, we can jump into the game. Hey, Janice, AJ6, welcome to stream. How be things? Alrighty, so, jumping into the game. It's going to be Tuesday's stream, so it's going to be tomorrow. I will not forget this time. I swear, I will not forget. Probably going to be Night Rain as well. It will probably be Night Rain, where I start working on the Scholar. Or the Dreadlord, one of the two. But, only real things here, as far as news, are the February exchange, which is for all these mats. And then, in the pre-release pickup summon campaign, so all of the Valentine servants are on rate up. Sadly, I don't have the quartz to go for another NP for Achan, but, you know, it'll be fine. And it's weird. I have, like, half of these. So I have Sai. Okay, let's go in order. I do not have Johanna. I do not have Murasaki. I do have Bizette. I have Karen. I have Sai. I have Achan. So yeah, I have, like, half of them. I feel like I only went for a few. But, just got back from doing a triple depth 3 Holy Wilder run. Use only holy weapons. That sounds like it's painful, to be honest. That honestly sounds painful. But we're going to claim a bunch of stuff here. So, rank up quest, 210 complete gets us 10 Saint Quartz. As far as the rank up quests that were done in between streams... Oh. Yeah, that would make it easier then. That would make it easier. But, as far as rank ups that were done, I did David's NP and Sai Shonagan's meeting checkpoint of Osaka Interludes. I don't remember what size was exactly because I didn't make note of that. I just made note of the name. So, yep. Next week is going to be Valentine's event, and I pretty much got confirmation from my D&D group that we're not going to be doing anything on Valentine's Day. So I might be doing a special Valentine's stream of the waifu rankings. So look forward to that. I might actually put it out the day after as well. I'm not sure on that just yet. As far as limited time missions goes, a bunch of completing Bleached Earth quests, which will get me some teapots. Thank goodness I need those teapots. I need the teapots. Getting so close to Bond 11 for so many of the waifus, and I need the quartz that they'll give me for it. Bunch of quest notes. Oh, right. That's another thing I can do today. I can do the... Oh, no, wait. I can't do the new Ordeal Call stuff. I already used all my storm pods. Well... that's an... I might be able to do this one. Yeah, I think the ultra high difficulties are not storm pod requirement, so I might be able to give that one a shot. But we'll go ahead and claim everything here. Yeah, I literally just had that realization as well. But we're gonna claim all this, get us how much quartz? So from 50 up to 64, so 14 quartz is not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, I have no idea what exactly it is going to call from me. Let me turn off all filters. Hey, look! The useless, for me, leyline stones. As far as this, we want as much remnants of madness as we can get. And for these, I guess the proof of hero. And then login bonus stuff. Just gotta be careful I don't accidentally claim things I don't want to claim just yet. And oh, more down here. Good gracious, I've not cleaned out my box in a little while, I think. Okay, it's been a couple weeks since I've last cleared out parts of my box. I guess I was too focused on leveling. Well, that just got us another 14 quartz, so yay. But I did obviously finish off the event shop and everything, except for the pieces and the monuments, just because those are kind of meh. Took you several tries, had to level up servant skills, first time doing so in ages. Oh. Alright, so, they're all conveniently right here. Well, that's convenient. This Olympus coded, perhaps? 2x transfer super great. Okay. So I'm guessing this is an Olympus coded one. High difficulty, it said something about a invading giant Trojan horse with a rider, so Odysseus has some correlation to this. I'm going to, if I can find one. It doesn't, I don't know, I don't really need a sky. I'm gonna just take this. Eternal Smile is the same bond as Leonidus with Helena. So, you'll complete this by defeating Odysseus. Odysseus will apply Trojan Horse to everyone on the player side. The Trojan Horse works advantageously to the player side when the status is applied, but there is one trap hidden. The Trojan Horse that is a trap will change into debuff after a turn. There is no visual indication that it is a trap, but remove debuff can be used. Odysseus will strengthen himself with various protections, such as Invincible. When the trap Trojan Horse is active, he will go on the offensive and be more susceptible to attacks. Breaking his HP gauge once will result in him fully charging his NP to the max and deploying his NP that removes defensive buffs for a short time after the battle begins, so the player's buff... Okay. Okay, so... That does... I mean, I'm still gonna give it a shot. No guts, no glory, and all that. But I have a feeling that the initial bursting down is probably gonna bite me in the buttocks here. More than a little bit. Which one is... I kind of wish these bond CEs were able to be differentiated, because I honestly only recognize a couple of them. Wait, okay, there's Scotty. And Ruler Scotty's is kind of bad. You gave Janice a little hint last week when it came up to beating this node. Okay. So Lam, let's have a backup Achon. Do I have an Ignore Vince? I do, actually. Decapitating Bunny. And then we'll go with normal Scotty and Cass Story. Nope, I can't do Cass. Dang. Dang, I cannot do Cass and normal Scotty. So I'll just do... Okay, I did not mean to reorder that way. Where is Hans? He's leveled up at this point, I think. So he could be useful. Maybe. I've never used him in any true capacity, but still. Am I just blind? He's a caster. Is he higher than Bond 5? He is higher than Bond 5. Look at that. I don't know, but, I mean, the only other thing I can think of would be a buff removal resistance. Actually... Thought just crossed the mind. Is she leveled, though, is the question. Where are you? Santa Nightingale? Am I blind? Is she higher than Bond 5? Santa Nightingale, where are you? There she is. Okay, she is higher than Bond 5, because I do know Santa Nightingale has a skill which increases buff removal resistance, specifically. So, I can now throw whatever I want on Scotty. Or I can do that there. Yeah, let's... It's a YOLO, this is, but we're gonna give it a shot all the same. What's up, J6? Well, yeah, I know. But if I can resist the buff removal, then I can have Melt's innate evasion keep her alive through an NP. Right? That's the hope and dreams of mice and men, or whatever. I don't know the phrase. How many bars does he have? Okay, he's a triple bar, so that's annoying, but... Oh, he has a built-in invincibility as well. Well, that's annoying. So he... Okay. I'm gonna have to restart automatically. I did not realize he had a built-in invincibility. So I do need to put Decapitating Bunny on Melt, then. Hey, we got the quest done! Woo! I got the quest done, everybody! That's the way I wanted it. Woo! What does this do again? That's kind of useless for me, but still. You're NP per turn, right, Prisma? Yeah. You know, we'll go Prisma Cosmos. I mean... It says he'll strengthen himself with various protections, but with the trap is activated, he'll go on. I mean, it just says it'll strengthen him. I didn't think that meant instantly. Alright, so... Achan... do I have another Ignore and Vince CE that is... decent? Sure, See the Path of Emptiness. It's interesting that 2 Musashi CEs have Ignore Invincibility on them. Weird. Alright. Try number 2. I don't really need to even try anymore, though, because I did get the quest done, because I didn't realize it was just challenge it, but I still want to, you know, actually try and kick butt here. What I'm worried about is that defensive buff he's got going on as well. So I don't know what that is. But we'll find out, I'm sure. We give New Year's one to Melt since NP damage up has higher damage numbers than quick damage up for Melt NP. That's fair. Well, we'll see how this run here goes, and then we will play it from there. Alright, and then we swap in Santa Gale, who will throw that on Melt, and get another slight attack boost, and go all in! Let's go, Melt, let's go! Okay, I think that's 1 bar down. That is indeed 1 bar down. Just keep moving forward. Let's see this wooden horse. Again, that's not a wooden horse, Odysseus. Alright, Melt survived. Nice. Good, good. Melt survived. Right, he does have a resistance buff. Is he immune to stun? He is not immune to stun. Okay. And now... Melt Brave Chain, go! I don't know how big of a resistance buff he's got going on, but we're about to find out. It's a pretty decent one. Pretty decent resistance buff, I think. Oh, you removed debuff. Annoying, Odysseus. So annoying. Well, You know, I think I might win. Maybe. It kind of... I mean, he does have the invincibility, and he does have some special resistance up still, but, I don't know. Maybe this, Put that into... Hey, it's... I deserve this, okay? And even then, it's not a guarantee. Because look at this, he's still got a frick ton of resistance here. So... yeah, see, it's not all victory for me yet. There just went my other damage dealer. Still has 2 turns of spec resist up. Honestly, I might not actually have this. Just because I don't have the melt chain going on anymore. So it's no guarantee. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, this might actually be game. I mean, a full heal could get me through this. I'm gonna do that. I've gotta, you know? Just gotta do what I can to survive. One more turn gets me melt survival, or melt NP again, so let's do this. As well as remove his spec resistance thing. And that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see a cast NP to go along with this. Not that we might not need it, but I'd still rather have it than not. And did I even trigger his Trojan horse thing once, by the way? I didn't see it go off. Legit question, did I trigger it? I don't know. I'm afraid to ask. Except I am asking. I did? I didn't. Some contention as to whether I did or not. I did at the start. Oh, okay. Got it. Alright, so the answer is have a frankly strongest possible melt. And this is kind of not too bad. Also, didn't this say that there was a lot of different classes? I thought there was supposed to be a saber and an assassin in this as well. Wasn't there? Yes, I guess I'm lame. Sorry that I wanted to victory. It is vengeance for how long that friggin' Beowulf quest took me. This was vengeance. And sweet, sweet vengeance. Oh, okay. Well, with that bit of vengeance out of the way, and my bloodlust satisfied, we can claim more teapots, woot, and finally get on to interludes. So, I didn't realize Columbus was on Raid Up, and good lord, I think I might be able to get a lot of interludes done today. Something tells me a lot of these are early game interludes. I don't know, just... I'm getting that feeling that these might be early game interludes and thus quickly done. Okay, it kind of depends on the cost. But, what's the favor? Tell me the favor and I do Cursed Arms? Okay, you know what? I will do Cursed Arms first. I normally do them in order, but I will do upon you this favor and do the Cursed Arm one first. So, Old Man of the Mountain, Hassan of the Cursed Arm. Okay. And I'm gonna just, normally, because I recently, that is a fair point. Recently completing Heaven's Feel. Very, very fair point. But I'm gonna just first reset this party, because I don't need it active anymore. And then I don't need this party either. Yeah, I don't need this party either. I'm gonna just use my bond farming party, which is this one. Yeah, this is the party that I've been bond farming with, because I'll show real quick. Summer comma 360. Normal comma 285. H-on 567. Idle H-on 579. And I get roughly 12,000 bond points from every day from just running the Ordeal Call node. So, realistically speaking, I'm a month away from Summer comma, but that's if I don't run anything else. Less than a month away for Normal comma, and it's closer to 2 months for the H-ons, but with these teapots that will speed things up a little bit. 10 actually. 10, so that it's essentially, it's like it doesn't double, it's a 50% increase, so it's essentially half, so that's essentially another day roughly. It's not the most in the grand scheme of things, but still. Anyway, we're gonna just run this. Yeah, we can run this Summer Street layer as well. It would activate when he puts your units to sleep for one turn, then summon his Atlantis cards. Oh, is that what was supposed to happen with that? You know, it kind of is disappointing that I did not get to see all the mechanics, but again, vengeance. Romani! A kidnapper? Well, there have been many incidents of child abduction in this town recently. So a request for an investigation came to us from Emperor Nero. I see. In that case, I'm willing to offer my cooperation. By the way, have you found any clues? Okay. That is early translation grammar. Okay. It's a quite cunning group. It's quite a cunning group. So the Emperor's men haven't been able to track them. Come on, translation team. You can... I mean, actually, I don't know how hard it is to go back in the code to adjust these old things, but still! Still. If we don't know the location of their bases, then there's not much we can do. So that's why you were selected among many, Soul. We have a professional in that field. It's up to you, Old Man of the Mountain. Hassan-e Sabah, reporting. Greetings! You know, Hassan, you are a lot more chill than the most recently shown of your counterparts. You don't go bursting into windows. By the way, that's something that is the one point of contention I have with the most recent Strange Fake. We did not need that shot. Like, really? Did they need it? Really? Master, I've already tracked them down, no matter how cunning they are in covering their tracks. They can't trick the eyes of the assassin class heroic spirit. Excellent, I'm worried about the children, Senpai. Let's hurry. When No Name Assassin crashed through to attack Sigma, there was a feet shot. Like, ugh, why? We did not need that. What? How'd you bastards find us here? You're a joke. Confidence in that level of hiding. You're third-rate bandits at best. Get a life or change your ways right here. Lucky for you, this master is kind. Surrender and you won't be hurt. Don't be cocky, bonehead. Get him, guys. Lucky you, man. Lucky you. Though, I gotta say, I do like how they animated all of Sigma's companions. I don't really want to say what they are, just for, like, spoiler-related purposes, but that was a very... They captured them all very well. We even got to see some familiar faces, which was cool. Or a familiar face, at least. So, I did like that part of Strange Fake. Sigma's section, for the most part, was pretty good. Though, again, Francesca and Francois Perlotti kind of stole the show for the most recent episode. Kind of stole the show. And they are going to be fun to see. Continuing to play about in this Holy Grail. But I'm trying to think. So I'm pretty sure everything has been, all the servants have been shown except for one. But that last servant we're probably going to be seeing soon. If my memory of order of operations for things that happen in Strange Fake is anything to go by. We should be seeing the final servant here before too long. Second arrow. Man, that first arrow went fast. Are we actually going to show them mercy, or are they going to die? That is the question. I neutralize the enemy group, Master. I'll tie them up to this tree. I don't see any children. Their headquarters is somewhere else. I will guide you there, Master. The cornered enemy may be dangerous. Hurry. Hurry. I want to go home. Hey, walk straight, stupid brats. You better stop crying. What's the problem? We're gonna feed all you hungry rascals that have nothing to live on. Let's do the best we can to get along, huh? I'll raise you all to be proper assassins. That's enough. Free the children. Damn, don't get cocky. Slaughter them all. Yes, True Berserker is the one we have not yet seen. Although, I guess, technically, there's no True Lancer, either. At least, not yet. There is no True Lancer to this Holy Grail War yet. But soon, or later, we will see. Yes, exactly. That's why I changed my statement. There's no True Lancer yet. I do, like, they still... I will say that even where Strange Fake manga is, they have not yet extrapolated on what exactly that means, and I am interested to see if the anime will give any hints. You know? Yes, Lancer's been substituted by Watcher, who is a lot of one familiar face and a lot of speculative, you know? I mean, we got Asclepius Lily amongst them all, which was honestly kind of interesting to see his young form. I believe Orion might have been there too? Yeah, okay, yeah, it was Orion there. I forgot who else was there, like, of the known servants, but 150 interludes complete! Woo! More quartz! I love the quartz. The bandits have been routed. You are the only one left. Please surrender. Damn, in that case, hey, can't you see this right here? Wah! Hostage? How foul. Okay. Like, it's not just the grammar, but I don't know if it's just, again, it might just be a sign of early game interlude, but the writing is kind of bad. How could you? Oh, shout as you please. See ya. Hey, let's go. What? The torch is out? Zabania. Foolish. All too foolish. I do not mean using a child as a shield or kidnapping children. Nothing is as foolish as the one who cannot even measure talent trying to raise an assassin. That child is unfit to be a killer. Such incompetence bringing children to this place. Okay, so you can tell if Kid can be a killer. You know, I feel like that's, that might be a little bit judgmental, but You are no longer worthy of living. Disappear to eternal darkness. Hassan. That was scary. Uncle Hassan rescued you, don't worry. Mister? Mission accomplished, Master. So I will depart now. Hassan, was he a bit reluctant about the request this time? Oh, in a way, he's a servant too, similar with those bandits just now. Okay, this sentence is just, like, a little confusing. He's a servant too, similar with those bandits just now. The bandits weren't servants, though. But that variant of two... I don't know. I'm just gonna say early game interlude jank. Our idea of helping people and his idea of helping people may perhaps be different. Miss, are you friends with that mister just now? Yes, he's like a friend. Then give him my thanks. Tell him thank you, white-faced mister. I don't know how to describe it, but that guy seemed to be really, really angry for me. Sure, got it. I'll definitely tell him. Sol, Emperor Nero wanted to express her thanks for the other day. I'll put her through. Oh, Sol, you did great the other day. Praiseworthy. It's all thanks to Hassan. This Hassan fellow's been really helpful. Since then, he's been catching bandits and kidnappers for me every day. Thanks to him, the crime rate of my beloved Rome has bottomed out. I'm thrilled. Every day since then. Come to think of it, I haven't seen Hassan since then. Perhaps he's been hunting criminals. Beats me, you know. Maybe Hassan is a good guy at heart. Bad word choice there, Romani. Bad word choice. 'Cause, I mean... it's a bad pun. No, that's just a bad pun. I'm sorry. He's a good guy at heart. Bad pun. 2 quarts, though. And again, he's got a pretty good final ascension there. And no new interludes unlocked. I need to stop pressing return to terminal and just press the return to interlude. Alright, so that was Hassan. Next, we will go in order of operations now. So, David and Goliath. Another probably quick one, but, you know, sometimes quick is nice. And boop. Like the quick meta. I do like the quick meta. When I reflect back, the question I asked just sort of slipped out. It was like a mistake. But the king smiled his usual self to avoid answering. In a way, I thought that was the most sincere of answers. Oh, is this about David and Romani, perhaps? Nice. Never thought I would see this land with my own eyes again. Well, technically, lots of things are different from my time, but the basics are there. Wonderful scenery, fertile land worth tilling, and I'm standing on said land. This must be divine providence. That once again, no, if it's completely the same, a terrible war will follow. Better to say, anew, I think. That a temple will be built here anew. One that is sure to have great influence over the world. Specifically, new wealth and riches. Don't you agree, beautiful lady? David, that is your granddaughter. So, relax, David. I'm not above beating down Mash's grandpa. I'm not above it. My later years I was beset by war. Constructing a temple had become a distant dream of mine. But it turns out I didn't need to mourn over such a thing. That should be things. Alright, I'm getting pumped up. After all, I'm incorrigible. I would do it multiple times if I should have the opportunity. I may have not resurrected, and I may just be one of many heroic spirits. However, I am still me. I am David, a servant of God. In that case, I think it'd only be natural for me to build a temple. However, I'm in quite a bind. I certainly have motive and opportunity, but I lack one thing. Do you know what that is, Soul? Oh, the doctor can also answer. Yeah. You don't have to think too hard on it, Soul. He's up to his usual nonsense. He wants to say that a considerable price must be paid for his work. Of course, I'm a conservationist and also a realist. I want you to remember this, Master. If you want to show how cool you are, it would be a waste if there was no audience, aka beautiful women, watching your little demonstration. I'm getting... I don't know the name for it, but I do know that it's a... Why am I getting the feeling of those dude bro podcaster video makers who have this same kind of mindset where you need to demonstrate, and I honestly I don't know what they're called, but I've heard of them. This is extremely important. It's important to bank good deeds unnoticed, but God's great works must reach and be known to the masses. Yes, that may be true, but is that why you want to build a temple? Of course it is. By singing the glory of God, my merits will be acknowledged. If I build the temple, good fortune is sure to follow. Okay. I kind of wonder if this might be a bit of a translation or misunderstanding of, I mean, again, it could just be the way it's written, but the way this is, like, again, this is just, you know, part of my, I've got a Christian upbringing and everything, but one of the big things about, you know, the worship of God is do not let your right hand know what the left hand is doing. In other words, do good deeds without the expectation to be rewarded. And the way David's talking here is kind of counteractive to that. Again, this might just be, maybe this was how he was written, because this is the shepherd David, not King David. Maybe it was a misunderstanding by the writers. Maybe it's a mistranslation sort of thing, but this feels off a little bit. Just a little bit off. In the end, this is for the sake of the citizens, but putting that aside, I had a sneaking suspicion, but now it's been confirmed. You are Abishag, yes? You are indeed Abishag. Okay, David, now, this is your granddaughter. Show me. Oh, David, I'm going to kick your ass, and I'm not afraid to do so. Your hairstyle and body are completely different, but don't matter. The way you stand so devoutly, your teenage looks. You are without a question Abishag. You must have manifested after you heard of my great feats. David, I keep trying to tell you. Senpai, please say something. David, you are being very much like an old man. And again, this is your granddaughter. Is Soul this girl's chosen love? Yes! What a disappointment. I know there's no lie in Soul's words, so it must be true. How sad, so she's not Abishag. Damn, I thought for sure she was Abishag. Ah, King David. A man who never once questions his own thoughts and delusions. Yep, that's him for you. Yes, but still, you know, context at this point, I guess, but Please refrain from hitting on Mash, subtly or otherwise. Try to remember that Abishag was a beautiful young woman who served you in your later years. Mash is not her. But I disagree. The dead can exist in this world, even without being resurrected. That miracle has already happened, as you know. So it wouldn't be any surprise if Abishag was here too. Am I brazen to wish so? No, don't you think I'm quite humble in that sense? King David's own successes led him to believe with absolute conviction that this would continue forever. That's King David for you. If you materialized and ray-shifted without actual business, I ask that you come back. Honestly, ray-shifting isn't free. Activating it once costs about one staff member's salary. Is this why I don't have a salary? Is this why every servant gets an allowance, yet I don't get a salary? Am I blowing all my salary on all these ray-shifts? No wonder we're broke. How much money have we lost? Oh god, what if we're in debt to Chaldea at the end of this? That would be an amazing way for part 3 to happen. You save everything, the Earth is restored, but then it's revealed that you just, because of all your ray shifting, you've amounted a massive frickin' debt. And now you need to do more ray shifting to help solve more things to clear your debt out. Except you'll never clear your debt out. I don't know. But that explains so much why we lack funds. But I do have business. Don't you always say we can't waste energy? Well, I agree on that front. So let's get a move on, Soul. You're going somewhere. I thought you came here just to look at the mountainous landscape. That's partly true. My primary goal was out of that vast ocean, if you recall. And that is why I want to once again see the world that you saved with my own eyes. So that now that wish has been granted, all I have to do is my job as a servant. That is also kind of grammatically messy. It works, but it kind of could be better. So now that my wish has been granted, would be better, you know? It would be less awkward looking, at least. My business is in that wasteland. They're obviously enemies, so be careful. Enemies? Are they survivors from the Lion King's reign? Those aren't my enemies. If we're talking about the enemies before I became king, there can only be one. A giant. Dun dun dun! A giant? I'm fairly certain there was no such creature in the 13th century Jerusalem. Of course there is. That's why I'm here. What happened to the conversation about a temple? You're right. David was talking about constructing one. Obviously, building a temple is still in my mind, but I'm passing that up this time. Abhishag's not here. There's no reason to play it cool without my audience. Okay, now I'm curious. What was on your mind when you were living and doing your stuff? Well, I'll give the glory of temple building to someone who's good at that sort of thing. I want to show off my abilities to Soul by doing what I'm best at. People might think of giants as their own species, but that's not necessarily the case. Phantasmal giants, as opposed to the actual species themselves, are first and foremost a representation of savagery, a power to be feared. They are in more or less human form, yet not human. They are like gods, but not. Oh, the term god I use here refers to the deities of polytheism, not the great divine being I serve. A being that is not human but is human, and furthermore, very powerful. A being that is savage, a being that defies, for example. Oh, look over there. Yes, that's about right. Something like that. What is it? Is it a sphinx? Magical energy response up ahead. Woo! We see a large humanoid. A spriggan? Those are only created through magecraft. Prepare for battle. Got it. Waiting for your commands, Master. Let's go giant hunting. It's been a while. Yeah, we'll go giant hunting, but, you're not actually hunting alongside me, David. Sorry. Ooh, that's actually high HP. That is pretty high HP. I might not want to turn this. Maybe David would have been suited for this after all. Oh well. But yes, I am only... Yeah, this one is actually a fair bit longer, which is nice, you know? The short interludes are fun, but I do like the longer ones. I do enjoy the long interludes as well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got like some sort of blackhead or something like on the rim of my nose, and it's just annoying because I can't wiggle my nose without just feeling that sharp shoot of pain. But overall, doing good for February. That's the only issue. Knock on wood that I have not gotten sick yet this year. It's only a matter of time at this point. But I feel like I might actually be better suited against getting sick with how much I've been exercising and everything. Like, a better body being in better shape does tend to make one's immune system tougher. Plus, I do take multivitamins, so my immune system is probably tough. Like, the strongest it's ever been. Okay, maybe not ever, since I did work in a doctor's office for a time. And, you know, working in a doctor's office does tend to expose you to a lot of crud. So it was probably stronger then. Battle completed. All Spriggans have been defeated. What an impoverished bunch of giants. I'd hoped they carried better treasure than this. Heroic spirits who want dragons have it nice. Dragons are super rich and hoard a bunch of treasure. You can go ahead and ignore what that old man's saying, Soul. A second wave is coming your way. Be careful, there's more of them this time. Hey, don't call me an old man. That's rude. Call me Big Brother. Or even Gramps. Yeah, got it, Big Brother. If that's what you want, then quit acting like an old man. Got it. I pride myself in looking young no matter how old I am. But you're right, there's a ton of them. It's like a giant army of giants. Could this be a reenactment of some myth? Honestly, this feels a little staged. King David, does that ring a bell to you? You know, there's a saying, there's a Jack for every Jill. That doesn't sound right. Tit for tat? Cut to the chase, they're all priced as fit. After all, I'm the giant killer. And that means the world would pretty much assemble a bunch of giant beings to greet me. Those beings have come to defeat me, even as I'm here to beat the crap out of them. So, he's anti-giant, yet he's also giant bait. I know, it's not really the great connection to have, though. Like, girls that are taller than me, honestly, they're not my type. Ooh, David, actually, I don't know how big David is, like how tall David is. But a lot of women are starting to the average height for women is starting to go up, so. Except for in Fate, where even a tall woman is like Medusa, who is, I think, 5'8" or something. Multiple golems incoming. There seems to be more of them than last time. I suppose we don't have time to talk about my tastes. You know, I'm not really liking this arbitrary ambush either. They may be giants, but if they still have some intellect, I'm gonna give them a talking to. Hey, you have the right to reform yourself. While I'm bashing you with this rock, 4 times, mind you, I am open to discussion. 1, 2, 3, 4. I see, then you leave me with no choice. In service of a just cause, even the meek can slay a giant. Allow me to demonstrate with this small rock. Yeah, the giants be poor. I mean, you know, it'd be very hard for them to have currency, if you really think about it. Like, what would their currency even be? They can't exactly use paper currency. They can't trade sticks because the sticks would just be trees. They would definitely have a more barter-based economy. And considering their sheer size, the amount of gold or silver that would be needed to make any proper jewelry for them would be ridiculous. And considering a lot of mines are... Actually, most gold doesn't even... I don't know. Gold probably would come from mines in this time period, so they wouldn't even be able to go to the mines to get the gold and silver to make their jewelry. So it makes sense that giants don't have a lot of money. It does make a lot of sense. Although it is completely possible that David fleeced these giants for their cash. That's also a possibility. Pardon the yawn. Don't know why that was such a yawn, but but I gotta think for the week ahead, because I still have my website to work on. It's got like a week until it's due. But I should have the website done within a week. I should actually have my associate's degree within like the next couple of weeks, so woot with that. And then it's job searching time. So I'm not sure if that deserves a woot or not. Because again, job searching. It's... eh. I mean, don't get me wrong, I would like to make money actively, but going into work just feels like it will be odd. I think it's about time we get to the boss. Hey Andy, welcome to stream. How be things? Thanks to you, the singularity was corrected, so the land should have returned to its natural state. But somehow an army of giants is invaded, come to destroy this blessed land. And when considering who must be leading them, I honestly don't remember the name of the giant that David took down, or it was Goliath, wasn't it? What was it again? Goliath, otherwise known as Goliath. Okay, so just Goliath. The giant soldier who fought against the Israelites. The battle between David and Goliath is a legend written in the book of Samuel, But you're currently in the 13th century, so that means he's probably not the real Goliath. If he was real, things would have been much worse. This is a reenactment of the legend. It must be symbolic in some way. And that's why I'm here. I'm here as the real, soon-to-be king of a unified kingdom of Israel. Which means that the Goliath we should soon meet will probably be close to the real. He's here. See, it's the giant. Hold on, that's not really a giant. It's a giant ghost, and a demonic boar, and a dragon? Yeah, well, all three of them have AoE attacks, and you can make a case each of them is a giant. Okay, meta! Now is not the time for meta fourth wall breaks. I expected that. So that's why this king specializes in having skills to protect his allies. I thought he had those skills to protect his sheep. They're all the same. I mean, if you guide them properly. Stop. I don't want to hear another word. Oh. Please, command us, Master. Battle positions. Roger that. Commencing battle. If you have the bond boosting CE, throwing that onto Castoria would be very much appreciated, Andy. Because that is the primary CE I run nowadays, is the bond CE when I choose supports. Just because I've got a lot of bond farming to do for the waifus. The waifus bonds need farming. And it takes a while. Like, I've already pretty much done the math. If I were to run just the Bleached Earth stuff, I am like close to 3 months off from getting most of the waifus, and then I still have 2 waifus that need worked on too. So I'm still a ways off, sadly, before I'm bond 11, and then there's further bonds, so it's just ridiculous how much bonding I've got to do. I want to know, but I don't want to know if there's another raid-esque event coming up. Excuse me. Because the raid events do tend to be, like, some of the best bond points possible. I want to know, but I don't want to know at the same time, you know? Ooh, I do not have NP. How unfortunate. But working on it's fine, Andy. Working on it's fine. And again, congrats on getting through OC1. You are pretty much as caught up with the story as you can be, and we should be getting Ordeal Call 2, I think sometime before spring, or sometime around spring. It was on the roadmap, I want to say, for the year, but I don't remember when exactly. But this year's roadmap did show Ordeal Call 2 sometime early this year. Okay, fair enough. I'd be happy to listen. I would be happy to listen. The dragon, demonic boar, and giant ghosts have all been annihilated. End of battle. There's something missing to call this a reenactment of the myth, but I guess I completed my duties. Now the restoration of this age will continue without incident. I'm beat. The language of the unspoken. That sounds interesting. Again, feel free to tell the tale, man. Feel free to tell the tale. We're tired, so let's go home. Yeah, I feel like I'm more exhausted than usual. All thanks to King David. Good idea. Now reshift us back, Doctor. I'll put my plans to build a temple off till next time. My goal was to show off my cool side today. The giant killer, David fighting as a heroic spirit rather than as a king. If that makes a good memory for you, then that's good enough for me. King David? Oh, nothing. I can't believe I let something like that slip out. Late spring. Right. Little Shepherd helps a snake, brings him to its father, King of Snakes, and it grants him a gift to understand nature. Okay. There's more to this interlude. And since we went through that with you before, I was compelled to ask this question. David, did you know from the beginning? Oh. This takes place after. This does not take place during Camelot. That was all a okay. So that was all a flashback. I don't know. The ray shift trip was so long ago. I don't really remember, but I'll answer your question, Abhishek. No, I didn't know. Honestly, I had no way of seeing it. I may have figured out the identity of the King of Mages, but nothing beyond that. When I saw him from afar in Chaldea, I thought to myself, that man has absolutely no freedom. I couldn't put my finger on what exactly it was, but I could tell from his expression. But he was different from my recollection of the man without freedom. The way he lacked it, he had chosen of his own free will to give it up. So I chose not to think about it. I didn't intervene. That was all. Aww. As David spoke, I could see the sadness in his smile, but also pride. The way David acted towards Roman, the straightforward approach, so much so that some might call it cold, was that was the best and only way he could honestly, sincerely communicate as the man he was. Yes, and that's why I think I'm so glad I didn't notice anything behind their petty banter. The great ancient kings, they may have not ever demonstrated any connection, but that they had one was beyond a question. So David had a vague understanding that Romani was Solomon, and didn't want to think about it too deeply. Okay. But yeah, that was all a flashback, which is interesting. An interlude that is a flashback, so... I mean, that could theoretically have taken place recently. It was a longer interlude, so I guess that was not an early game interlude. Yeah, that was released at least after the Singularities ended. At least. During Epic of Remnant time, but beyond that, we don't have an exact time period. Alright, so that was Hassan and David. Next is Leonidus. We can get it done. Alright. Let's go. Master, I know it's sudden, but let's strain. For what? You're a mage, so perhaps you think physical strength is unnecessary. However, such notions may prove to be fatal. As the battles get fiercer and deadlier, it's essential to fortify your body. You must improve your strength and endurance. Relax, my calculations are flawless. You know, if it gets me a six-pack, I'm cool for that. I could do without being veiny, though. Yes, just leave everything to me. Come on, let's be off. We've arrived. This is a mock battlefield. Senpai, are you sure about this? David, yeah, you know what? Thinking about it, I can see it. I can definitely see it. As long as I, Leonidus, am by your side, there's nothing to fear. Let's start training. Yeah, like, mentally picturing David and mentally picturing Mander Carbro, I can definitely see the similarities between their art styles. Fake. Hey, it's Cursed-Arm again! Hey, Cursed-Arm, you're helping us out with the training this time now. Awesome, man. Awesome. So nice of him to take time out of his busy schedule to help us train. That's Cursed-Arm for you, though. Pardon the yawn, good gracious, that was a big one. And Kamada didn't even get a chance to attack with her other cards. Hey, it's Robin! Can I maybe, you know, not be forced to... Let's do this one. Slightly better MP game, so... Probably not gonna be enough, but gotta try. Gotta at least try. Good gracious, why am I so sleepy? Oh, man. I hate it when you yawn and the yawn causes your nostrils to swell inside. Charmin. Ah, dude, eat. And me some ice water. Oh, that was a yawn. I swear, I better not be getting sick, man. I've dodged it for so long. Man, no, I honestly have no idea why I'm so sleepy. I mean, I've been getting a good amount of rest. About 7-ish hours. Which is a lot, I know. Like, comparatively speaking. Excuse me. I know a lot of people would be lucky to get 7 hours of sleep, so I do consider myself lucky at that, but it just sometimes it feels like I don't want I need more sleep. More than 7 hours though? My days are so packed. I'm too busy to get less than 7 hours or to get more than 7 hours. I need to be up early so I can exercise early. I can only have 3 hours. I need to be up early enough that I can have my breakfast by around 8 o'clock, so that way I can exercise at around 11. I don't think so. I feel like it's less. Yes, you're working up a good sweat, I see. Let's continue. Okay, I'll summon your next opponent. Bring it on. Something's not right. Let's see. What's going on? Rejoice, Master. It seems our latest arrival is literally brimming with muscles. 7 or more, so 7 to 9 is recommended range, so I'm getting the recommended range, you know. I mean, honestly, though, thinking about it, it might be because I've increased my exercise a bit. This is nothing to rejoice about. There's been a malfunction. We seem to have accidentally summoned something that we shouldn't have. Master, retreat immediately. What a silly suggestion. This is the perfect chance. Come, Master. Let's muscle through this. I mean, for my February workout routine has increased in intensity again. No, like, that's the thing. Like, it might be something that I need to change with my diet, but ever since exercising, I really have been avoiding eating a lot of carbs or sugar. Like, I specifically cut down on some of my carb intake. Hey, welcome back, Andy. But, I mean, I have increased my exercise intensity for the month of February. So, currently, it is... lack of sugar is probably it. That's the thing, though. I don't want to take in too much sugar, because I feel if I take in... Okay, I don't even need to empty this turn. I feel like if I take in too much sugar, it's going to mess up with my weight loss routine. And I'm, like, on track to being below 150 pounds by... what am I hesitating for? I'm on track to be below 150 pounds by the end of April. And that is, like, a long-term goal. That will mean within a year I'll have dropped 30 freaking pounds. And that is amazingly good. I'm honestly probably in the best shape I've been in my life. And, again, I mean, my exercise routine has intensified. It's baby amounts of weights, but I have increased the amount of, the weight I do my dumbbell presses and my curls with. I went from 10 to 15 pounds. I did actually, by the way, Janice, because you actually inspired me, I got resistance bands for Christmas. Although, they're actually resistance tubes. And I'm actually going to show real quick. I got resistance tubes for Christmas. So they're not actually bands, but that just means that I can't do some of those exercises because, like, this is the size of one of the bands. and it goes beyond my stomach, so I can't, like, do... I don't know if you guys can see my thighs, but, like, I can't do things like clamshells or anything with these resistance bands just because of their sheer size, so I need to find some actual proper resistance band training that I can do, because one of the things I'm kind of lacking as far as my exercise routine is anything to help my hip flexors, but a lot of them kind of are involving, like, wrapping the bands around your thighs. I mean, it'll be helpful because currently the biggest dumbbell weight I have is 15 pounds, and I'm pretty sure those go up to... There's like 3 different levels, and I think the highest level is a 50-pound resistance, so it'll be useful for that. But for now, it's kind of just like... Excuse me. Hang on. What a fine battle. Ultraspin's complete. The final enemy has been set. What do you want to do? I think it's fair to conclude the training is over for today. Not yet. We must follow this through to the end. On to the next enemy. Understood. The final opponent is a random enemy. Mismatch? Just what is that exactly? Is that, I think it starts with a G. Yes, it's a ghost-type enemy. Ghost. Collective consciousness. Science! Leonidus, you seem to be sweating quite a lot. What? No, not at all. I'm doing just fine here. Just fine. You might not think so, but I once took on 100,000 men. A mere spirit devoid of muscles is nothing to fear. I apologize, Master. I confess I don't know how to deal with ghosts. You see, my muscles are useless against them. They seem smarter than me. Don't worry, your attacks will work, even though you're not going to be attacking. What? I see, you might be right. Indeed, even these ghosts were once human, thus my muscles are not useless after all. Very well, Master. Let us face this ghost. We are ghost hunters! But, essentially, the resistance band exercise I've been doing is because while there are the bands, there's also handles to go with them. And I've essentially got the handles latched onto something that is weighted. I put the other handle around my ankle, and I do abductors, leg abductions. That's essentially the most I can do right now from what I've researched, but I am planning to look into more, probably for next month. Delicious H2O. Uh-oh. Message failed to send. What message? Send on Discord. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. Not gonna guarantee I see it right away, I will say. It is just one singular band. And again, the band I'm using currently has 15 pounds of resistance, so... I mean, I guess another thing that could be causing my body to have so much fatigue is I am technically healing. I don't know about anybody I don't know, like, what the weather's been like for most people, but for where I live, it's been very cold and very dry. Like, the backs of my hands are cracking severely. Thankfully, it's not as bad, but, like, I don't know, like, how good of definition the camera's gonna get here. Yeah, it's not really that great of definition, but, like, that webbing area between all of my fingers is dry, cracked, and has been bleeding quite a bit lately. Just because of how bad the weather is where I am. And I don't know if that healing process is also... Oh, no! I chug down, like, 2 to 3 bottles of water a day. The water does nothing. I mean, I've even taken to putting lotion on my hands and then wearing medical gloves on my hands to keep the moisture in. And it helps, but it just is such a weird sensation to have gloves on your hand all day. It brings me back to the COVID days, and I don't like going back to the COVID days. I do not need a face mask again. What a powerful enemy. contact with a ghost chills you to the bone. I just learned something. Thank you, Master. I was able to overcome the ghosts with your help. I swear to safeguard you from all enemies, to stave off despair, and to always bring you victory. It doesn't sound right. Let's see. Daily human water intake is about 15.5 cups or 3.7 liters. Can I get that in fluid ounces? In FLOZ. So 64 to 88 ounces is... Okay, no, that's for 14 to 18, so it's 104 ounces is adequate intake of water. Well, the thing is I also drink milk and pop, so I get water intake from there too. I'm sure I'm fine. I'm sure I don't need to intake more water. Definitely don't need to intake more water. Definitely don't need to look into that more. Okay, that's a little bit meta. In this game, he will gladly follow his master's orders and makes an excellent bodyguard. Meta. Alright, back to Interlude. I think... Okay, I can do one more Interlude here. So we are going to take on the Shakespeare Interlude real quick. And then we'll probably be... we might not be leveling somebody up just because I am running low on embers. I might give it a shot, but no guarantee here. Master, can I have a minute? This town lacks something. What do you think it is? Happiness. Exactly. The world is a stage, and the men and women are coming and going on it are performers. Regardless, there's no smile in this town. No happiness. Why is that? It's because there's no drama. If so, we should put on an improv for people to see. An improv? And you say we. By we, you mean... Why, of course, I mean myself, Mash Chirolite, and Master Soul. Impossible. I've never seen her perform to play. Oh, you haven't? Yes, I'm sorry for my inexperience, but there was never any need for me to. What are you talking about? That need is more apparent than ever for you. What you need right now is love, words, and poetry. A kindled passion is exactly what you need. Oh, but... Oh, and a shield and a weapon, too. It's kind of sudden, I know. Monsters! Monsters are coming! The monsters are coming all of a sudden, you see. Why is that? Let's protect everyone. Oh, what a courageous line, but I wish you made your delivery a bit more complex. Hear your death bell ringing. Are you going to heaven or to hell? How about that? Excuse me, please join the battle. To be specific, the milk I drink is a more protein-rich milk compared to normal. Specifically because I was actually lacking on a protein intake sort of level, but it has helped with that. But maybe I do need to drink more water. Maybe. Oh, you know what? She was very enthusiastic about the plays in Salem. If this interlude is a seeding the seeds for her enjoying of that, then I'm going to enjoy this interlude. I got my words all tangled up goodly there. All tangled up real goodly. Excuse me. Yeah, I mean, even if I did increase my water intake, I don't know the best way to do it. Like, do I get a giant jug of water and start chugging from that? I just don't know, man. I just don't know. Plus, I gotta be careful with water, because water weight is a thing. I mean, I don't think I'm at the point where I could have a visible six-pack, but I do know that a lot of athletes that have those visible six-packs do tend to dehydrate themselves to get the water weight off. So water weight is something I need to consider. I'm going to have to consult things, I think. Yes, I'm going to have to do some consultations here. Although, to be honest... Oh, wait. Oh, how valorous you were! You were majestic even when standing behind me, Master. Well, the Holy Grail War is a fine thing. It's a war that contains elements common to historical plays, tragedy, and comedy. I'm glad to hear that. See here the thunderous applause. You're so cool, kid. I love you. Okay, that's a bit extreme. Who's giving out the orders behind the girl? A king, emperor, or general? Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's get going, Master. I wish I could work out the lines a little more there. Give me a break. Well, it's important to select words with care. I hope you'll work harder next time. What did you say next time? Yes. Listen, Master. You two are the protagonists of this play. A girl and her master rise up to save this town. The girl is a steel knight with a fragile heart. The master is a vulnerable human with a steel heart. By going hand in hand, the two characters begin to transform from craven to courageous. And standing in their way are diabolical beasts beyond human understanding. Unable to communicate, they are incompatible. Their sad existence is fated to be hostile to humans. By delivering the final blow, the two heroes are able to move on. It is a treacherous path, denying them even sleep, the one balm for their wounded bodies and souls. Regardless, they have no regret, despair, or resignation. Even if what they fight against is a great existence constituting the framework of the universe, you two shall march onward. Excuse me, but I have one question. Sure, what is it? Sorry if I'm wrong, but are you summoning these enemies? Oh, well, it's time to fight, Master. Answer my question. Oh, Shakespeare. Yeah, you do that. There's jugs that have measurements so you can measure how much water you can drink, plus there are set timers around when you need to drink water. I mean, I just drink the water when I'm thirsty, to be honest. I really do just drink water when I'm thirsty, but I think something that I have been planning on doing is looking into getting a Dexcom scan, which is like a full body scan that gives very precise measurements of various things, like your exact body fat percentile, and where there are pockets of lingering fat. I do feel like that is something I need to do if I want to, like, really progress in shedding the extra weight. It's just a matter of, I have no idea how expensive that is. But it is something that I have been wanting to do. It's just a matter of money at this point, but who knows, maybe I'll get a job relatively quickly and I'll be able to make the money and get the Dexa scam and find out everything I need to find out. That'd be an ideal world, but who knows? I certainly don't know. I do not know what the future doth hold. You translated the whole story? Alright, Andy, I will be sure to check it out and respond after I'm done streaming. Cool. I did see the little number next to my Discord notification thing go up. It is interesting, though, that for some reason, while I'm streaming, I do not get, like, any pings indicating that anything updated on Discord, but when I'm not streaming, it does. Unless I think I might be in streamer mode, actually. That might be the explanation. Interesting. I didn't realize streamer mode did that, too, if that is the case. Excuse me. And now it's time for the climax. Are you sure you didn't summon them? With the power of a caster might use, maybe? Sorry, but I'm not skilled in magecraft at all. I'm a writer, after all. Right, you do have a point there. Anyway, there's a villain who's feeling frustrated. Let's say his initial is S. S. Mr. Shakespeare, so it is you. The villain named S grows impatient with the town's never-ending peace, curses the people, and to top it all off, he comes up with a plot. It was to use the townspeople, to incite the townspeople and turn them into demons so he can make them attack our heroes. What? Shakespeare, is that? Wait. They have no people to protect, no friends to share laughter with. All they do now is shiver with loneliness. You can give in, the demon whispers. You can rest now, the nightmare murmurs. Well, 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 what are you going to do, Mash Carolite? Indeed, what are you going to do, soul, my master? Master? We are such stuff as dreams are made on. Ha, I didn't expect that answer. It essentially means transience, that everything you struggle for in life is merely what happened in your dream. That, however, you are different. You perceived a different meaning in it. A dream is hope. Hope is laid with courage and determination. Then your battle speaks for itself, for you are the dream. You are great, Master. You are fantastic and invincible. Yes, he's absolutely right, Master. I have no doubts. If there's no way to turn them back, we just need to defeat them. I'm coming with you, Master. Yeah, Andy, that's not... I mean, Romeo and Juliet, as it is kind of a morbid story. Like, there's a lot of teenagers dying in Romeo and Juliet. So, yeah, it just needs... I mean, it was definitely a piece of its time, and it does the message well of don't kill yourself over a failed romance. That is the message I choose to take away from Romeo and Juliet. Do not get so hung up over somebody that you will be willing to kill yourself. Or kill someone else, because Romeo does kill somebody else over the course of that story. I mean... Spy X fan... Okay. That could be interesting. You've never read anything Romeo and Juliet, or by Shakespeare for that matter. I'm trying to think. I've read one story. I know I've watched Romeo and Juliet. There was like an old movie, Romeo and Juliet, that I've watched, and there was one story, I cannot remember which one it was, but you're more of a Lovecraft kind of guy. Yeah, fair enough. You've been searching for the Count of Monte Cristo from bookstore to bookstore. Yeah. More of a Lovecraft kind of guy. I mean, nothing wrong with that, Andy. Nothing wrong with that. We defeated them. Oh, we must hail your victory. Now that they won the battle, the end of their dream comes. Huh? Oh, the town is gone. Excellent job, Master. And you, Mash Carlite, the shield and sword. The dream is now over. You gathered the beautiful threads of your story. Now let's walk toward the rest of the story. I am certain the transient dream and illusion shall satiate your mind. And of course, for me, too. From where to where was it a dream? Of course, that's a secret. Playwrights never reveal their methods so easily. But you're looking for the Count of Monte Cristo. I mean, I feel like a lot of classical books are becoming harder to find, is the honest truth. Because books themselves, a lot of books and stuff are just digital media at this point. So finding actual written books is probably becoming very difficult. Alright, but that is... Well, yeah. So we got 10 interludes, giving us another 10 quartz. And a little bit of this. Alright. So, before I call things, I'm going to see just if I can't get the next servant leveled up here. So we're going to show just my 4-star XP. Really? I could have... Am I blind? I thought that was that was 5-star. You know, we'll claim these 5 stars. They're 5 stars. So. Oh, I got 103 stars. Okay, we might actually be able to get a level up going here. Just might. I've got a lot of golden foes. I'm saving them for Aresh, though, so... Alright. You can't read French? Neither can I, Janice. Neither can I. Your current library is King and Yellow Necronomicon and Call of Cthulhu. That's a decent selection there, Andy. Very decent selection. Alright, now for the foes. What foe can we foe? Foe. Let's claim the 30s, I guess. And halt.
Yeah.
Servant. Alright, so the servant that is next on the level up order docket is the not so suspicious old man, aka Nagakura Shinpachi. Tables are girls are what? I don't know what you mean by that, honestly. I know you're addressing Janice, but I have no idea what you mean by that. Oh, typo, gotcha. But it's time to get Shinpachi leveled up here. I mean, you did say you studied French, so it's not too surprising. Tables are girls. I don't know what that means. The context is lost on me. I did not mean to click that. Alright, auto-select. Let's go. Let's get Shinpachi. French genders are nuts. Okay. In French language, every noun has a gender. Okay. So, is it kind of like Spanish then, where every noun has a masculine and a feminine? Or is either masculine or feminine in nature? Because masculine nouns end with an O and feminine nouns end with an A in Spanish. Level limit reached. Woo! General rule of thumb, most words that end in an E is a girl. Okay, so it is kind of like Spanish in that respect then. I can't be blowing fumes forever. So I'm gonna get all fired up. He's not an old man anymore! Alright, we're gonna put some spirit into it. So follow me. Honestly, I kind of like this ascension a fair bit. This is a pretty darn cool ascension. Excuse me. Alright, so far so good as far as the leveling up goes. But yeah, Andy, J6 has threatened to murk me multiple times because I butchered languages. So, that'd be bullying me. Which is within the bounds of the stream rules. It is within the bounds of the stream rules to bully me. I am now officially in the double digits of evil bones. You wanna know about this get-up? I took some of the young folks' appearance as reference. So what do you think? I look pretty good, right? Though I don't know why, but whenever I walk around, some random guys salute me. Oh, you so look Yakuza-coded. Hajime, strongest of the Shinsengumi, aka Budget Virgil. Alright. Hajime, Hajime, Hajime. Wherefore art thou, Hajime? Sure thing, Andy. Sure thing. Ascension. Hajime, Hajime. There he is. You speak 4 languages, damn. No, I do not know how you say that, but I'm gonna try and say it. Hang on, I'm gonna read this first. So I ultimately ended up back here. I might have taken a few detours along the way, but my life won't be what it is without them. Right. I'm only going to look straight forward from now on. Furious sword. You know how... So you say Karva as a Russian or Slavic thing. People think that translates to bitch. Interesting. I'm guessing it does not translate to bitch, then? What does it translate into? Please do not tell me you just made me read off a slur on stream, by the way. Because that would be kind of bad. Okay, come on. There we go. Not cool. Hajime is officially up in his proper place. Oh, no super great success. Sadness. Alright, level 1 reached. I'm gonna allow it just because it is fine, I would say, because you're explaining the definition of a word. And technically it is a word that has come up in FGO. After all, Enkidu's appearance is based off of a divine prostitute that he slept with. So... I know. But automod flagged prostitute, so... It's the same as back then. Like that night when I jumped into the rough waves of the times. Without worrying about the future and only looked ahead. Yeah, thinking about tomorrow isn't my style. Living life only looking forward is the kind of life that suits a fool like me. That's right. The captain of the second unit of the Shinsengumi, Nagakura Shinpachi, heading out. I like that he seems to have come to terms with himself. Alright, now the... Whoop, nope, okay. So I need to make another withdrawal of XP. I'm gonna take out the hundo, and I'm gonna take out the 30. I don't know if this is gonna be enough, but we'll find out. Yeah, he's got a real good Final Ascension artwork. Badass. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, because I've not seen a C with any kind of accent above it before, to be completely honest. So I will visualize that word, but I'm not going to be able to pronounce it. I'm sorry. Congratulations, you've given me a word that I cannot sound out. And try to pronounce. And then probably butcher it, because I butcher languages. I butcher the languages, sadly. What does that say about me, though, that I tend to butcher languages? Am I just not linguistic? Okay. I cleared the cache, everybody. I frickin' cleared my cache. So it's something else going on here. I cleared my cache. I will do it again, right here, live on stream. Apparently there's a game data update. So it's ch, and the other one you don't think I have it. You have a lot of letters like that. I mean, that's understandable, a lot of different dialects for a lot of different places, but... Yeah, I mean, it only really happens when I'm doing level ups that it crashes, which is the really weird part. So maybe it's something about the level ups, or... I don't know, man. Why does that D have an arrow through it? Okay. Yeah, you got a lot of unique letters, man. Lots of them. I wouldn't know how to pronounce any of those, honestly. And the J is also unique. Lijanish. Again, I apologize if I butcher. Languages are something that I do not have a gift for, to be completely honest. You have alphabet, we use Azbuka? Azbuka. Maybe? But yeah. Languages and me, we know mix. English is the only language I know how to speak good. Excuse me. Alright, let's get back to the leveling up. Shinpachi should be about done. Shinpachi is done. Okay, that works for me. 30 letters! Damn. How did that work with Articuno, Moltres, and Zapdos then? Because very specifically, their names are, you know, have to do with the alphabet. Although I guess it is actually, I don't even know how their Japanese names are. So that might have just been an ignorant statement by me. Yeah, that was probably a stupid statement by me, because how did the American names for these 3 Pokemon work in the non-American language? They probably have their own gimmicks, dummy. I'm dumb. Send it through a Discord, because I am getting close to end of stream here. Essentially, as soon as I find Shinpachi here, we're going to start skilling him up to 666 and then be calling it. So his first skill, by the way, is Gumption, I think. Gamushin. Buster effectiveness for 3 turns in a state where he gains crit stars when damaged for 3 turns and gains a 3-turn guts. Okay, not bad, not bad. He is pretty Buster heavy. His second skill is an evasion of some variety. It is the Mind's Eye True. 1 turn evade and a defense increase for 3 turns. Solid. Alright, 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 alright. Cantonese and... Yeah, I would never be able. I don't... If I had, like, a decade or more of dedicated time, maybe. Furious Sword is Buster crit gather rate for 1 turn, crit strength for 1 turn, and some crit star bomb. And no, it looks like if I go to 7, he's going to need more bones, so yeah. But beyond all that, I do think people only learn up 100 to 1,000. Damn. I do think it is about time for me to be wrapping this stream up. We got a lot of freaking interludes done today. A lot of interludes. Finally got an interlude stream done, though it is probably going to be shortly lived because, again, we're looking at Valentine's next week. So, that'll be for the future. For now, I've been Soulrack Dragon. I hope you've enjoyed today's stream. If you have, leave me some feedback in whichever way you so see fit. If you want to check out more by me, be sure to check out the channel here on Twitch or YouTube. Same name, same games. There's plenty of content for all to enjoy. And if you are watching this on YouTube, please be sure to drop this video a like, comment down below if you have anything to say, subscribe to the channel, it helps out me, and lets you know when new vids come out. And if you do want to catch me live, you can always check the description down below where there are links to the Twitch and Discord, where you can follow or join to get those notifications. But for now, once more, thank you so much for coming out. I hope you enjoyed. Have a fantastic evening, everybody.